Okay. Yeah, we're gonna jump to Foundation and work on our fishing quests. I remember to make my coffee this morning, but that means that I won't have it for tomorrow because it's cold brew. I want coffee. I had matcha. That was nice. But I don't have coffee. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna learn ether fishing. That is our society quest for the day done, though. Oh, come. Your timing is impeccable as ever. Listen, we've got a bit of a problem here, and I'm gonna need your help to get it sorted out. This gentleman here is an old friend of mine from back home, in the domain of House Hrothgar. I've known him since I was a boy. The problem is, home isn't looking so homely anymore. It all started when the Lord of Hrothgar Manor passed away. While laws and customs control the estate should have passed into the hands of the elder of his two sons. But the fellow is away on his travels right now. There's little interest in returning to the estate. Of course, until he officially renounces his title, or turns up dead, someone has to take charge of the house's affairs. Hence his younger brother, the late Lord's second son, has assumed control as Lord Regent. But the boy's a dunderheaded fool. Whereas Lord Father was well respected by the small folk for his just and generous fool, this egotist rules only for himself, terrorizing the populace with increasingly outlandish demands. Take my friend here. For many years he has worked as the manor's head chef, feeding the monster from the day he slipped abreast. Even that hasn't enough to spare him for his new master's spite. Lord Regent plans to hold a banquet to welcome an envoy from the Holy See, and has demanded to be served a platter of letter puffer, fish that had been extinct for years. Should my friend fail to provide the fish, his head will grace the platter in its place. Cannot let him get away with this. There's nothing for it. I'm gonna have to... Unless... Might there be another way? Akon, I beg you. Could you catch one of those letter puffers for me? It's a matter of life or death. Creatures may have been fished to extinction in Ishgard. There's still a chance they survive to this day somewhere further afield. If only we knew more about their movements. You just need to speak with someone who has an encyclopedic knowledge of the migration habits of cloudfish. You know, Sisyphus. Well, while La goes out fishing, she's always got her head in an almanac. Maybe she'd know where to find him. Life is in your hands, milady. If there's any help you can offer me, I'd be most obliged. If it's a letter puffer the Lord Regent wants, it's a letter puffer he'll get. But he won't get away with threatening my friends. By the time I'm finished with him, it is he who shall be the endangered species. Made it through the entire cutscene and almost hit the skip button at the very end. That would have gone well. Fisherman's Guild, that's Limsala Minsa. Don't need that window anymore. Should be 2 more quests in Heaven's Ward, then we'll be into Stormblood. Shall we dance? Oh. Sage. Yeah, over this way. Why am I doing it this way? I can just teleport right there. Oh, well, look what the catfish dragged in. It's nice to see all that fame and fortune you found as a master fisherman hasn't stopped you from paying your older instructors a visit. What can I do for you, Archon? You want to know about letter puffers? You come to the right place. When you went to Krathus and caught those cloud cutters, it made me realize the guild was lacking in its learning about cloudkin. So I bought up a brew book I could find and read them all from cover to cover. Letter puffers are a type of flying fish that are packed to the gills with a potent poison, so I thought the venom sac and their meat makes for a tingling taste sensation. Put a prick in the wrong place and you won't be leaving the latrine for a week. As for their migration habits, I'm sure I've read something... Ah, yes, westerlies. Whenever the weather vane swung to the west, the Ishgardian nobles would go out in force to catch as many as they could. And they caught a fair few, all right. By all accounts, they fished the poor puffers to extinction. In Ishgard, anyway. It could be they still colonize the clouds further west, over in Dredonian territory. Just try asking around over there. Someone might be able to tell you something. So, Dredonian territory, Mogholm. Okay. I said... Oh, right. Teleport, yes. Use the thingy, no. He's smart. Okay. Oh, are you... Yeah, you're not up here. You're down in Mogholm. Where down in Mogholm, though? Hey, Toe. Tell me. Looking for a letter puffer, Kupo? Then Mugrik's the Moogle for you. He's a dyed-in-the-fur fishing fanatic, Kupo. One time he was out among the floating islands for so long, by the time he thought of heading home, they'd all moved around and he couldn't find his way back. So do you know what the kid did? Got his rod out and started fishing again, Kupo. He was here in Malcolm not so long ago, but he flew off to the north. He's not the fastest flyer, so if you leave now, you should be able to catch with him. Good luck, Kupo. It helps if I wait until I'm mounted to move. It's, you know, generally sensible choices. Nope, flew too far. Moguk! Kupo, stay away, Kupo. I've got a rod and I'm not afraid to use it. Hold on. What's that appetizing aroma? You look like a Hrothgar, but you smell like a fish. Who in the world are you? That seems like an odd question. You're a fellow fisherman looking for a letter puffer? Well, why didn't you say so, Kupo? Any angler obsessive enough to come all the way up here just for a fish is a friend of mine. I think I've got some good news for you. Those letter puffers are alive and well. They're right here in the churning mist. I caught one myself just a few minutes back. Looks so delicious, I ate it up right there and then... Never again, Kupo. Those fish aren't just toxic, they're tricky too. I've only ever managed to catch one. And even that was an accident. Terrible bowel-twisting accident. If you do manage to catch a letter puffer that's fit for a banquet, I'd like to take a look at it. Letter puffer, churning mist. Thank you for giving me, like, literally no clues as to the specifics. Oh, it's obviously not going to want that. Supposedly that. 29.3. $25.2. So we got a skyfish basically into here. There we go. Can we catch a letter puffer in any reasonable amount of time? Well, whatever I just caught, it's a big fish. Sky Ferry, that's the one I can mooch from. Not what I was looking for. There we go. Those letter puffers live around here, but they don't often show their faces to fishers, Kupo. If you do that, just, yep, you'd like to take a look at it. I gotcha. Here you go. Kupo, you're a fantastic fisherman, Archon. Never thought I'd see one of those letter puffers again. And it's such a big one, too. A fish like that would make a banquet fit for a king, let alone a Lord Regent, Kupo. Just make sure the chef removes the insides first. You don't want to end up with letter puffer poisoning, trust me. Never thought my fur would ever be this white again. Still, I'm glad I got to see one again, Kupo. Since you're such an accomplished angler, I'll let you in on a little secret. There are fish living in stranger places than this. Long, long ago, Kupo, there was an empire who had such mastery of magic that they made a whole continent rise up into the skies. People who put it there might be long gone, but the island's still up there, and it's full of fish. Some of the magic is spilled out onto the surface and formed into strange ethereal chemical pools. Rumor has it, the fish in the spills feed on fiend worms. But I don't know if that's true. Maybe the Moogle who told me was just pulling my pom-pom, Kupo. If you ever find your way up there, you should try your hand at other fishing, Kupo. Who knows what fantastical fish might be waiting for you in the pools. Okay, back to Ishgard. So, fiend worms. Sounds like I'll need for the next step. Jump over to the Forgotten Knight. Don't need that anymore. We're in here. Down the stairs. And over here. I guess the hunt for the letter puffer, Archon. Vast around the city, but nobody's seen spine nor scale of one for many years. Maybe they really are extinct. Or are they? Dun dun dun. You really caught one? Good gods, Archon, you're incredible. Fish, you saved my friend's life. Here, our chef. One fresh letter puffer. Just be careful you don't cut open the venom sac while you're preparing the platter. You'll be wanting to save the poison for the Lord Regent's portion. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. I won't kill him. We'll just lay him low for a few days. And if you're afraid of arousing his wrath, then don't be. Just slip away as soon as the food is served and come to me. I'll protect you. Thank you, my lord. I do believe you will. But it's not only I who needs your protection. Your people are suffering, my lord. You must come back and claim your rightful inheritance. Thought I told you to keep quiet about that. Well, it looks like the coral's out of the bag, so to speak. I don't suppose there's any reason to hide it from you any longer, Archon. That so-called Lord Regent who's terrorizing the small folk? He's my younger brother. Ever since he was a boy, he dreamed of one day taking control of House Hrothgar. He knew what I stood to inherit, and he hated me for it. That's why I went away, so that my brother's dreams could be realized, and I could devote my days to fishing, free from the burden of lordship. But thanks to my brother's folly, that dream is over. Friend, I've made my decision. No longer will you have to suffer at the hands of that tyrannical fool. This time, it is he who shall suffer. Thank you, my lord. Small folk will be glad to hear it, I'm sure. We'll start spreading the word that you're coming back to us. We'll give them the strength to put up with your brother's demands a little while longer. Well, I think we've heard quite enough of my family's problems. Now, Archon, tell me how you caught that letter puffer. Magical pools on floating islands. Even half of what that Moogle told you is true. You're sure to find some pretty bizarre specimens there. I heard you're dying to try your hands with this other fishing lark. And it just so happens that I've got a few of those fiend worms he spoke of right here. Don't look so surprised. You might be the better fisher, but nobody can best me when it comes to collecting bait. Now, get yourself to that floating island before I collect them back. Do I care? Not really. Now you can do other. Now I can do other fishing. And I'm level 75. Time for a short break. I'll be right back. Next up, fishing in Azisla. I assume, anyway. Okay. How have the fish been biting? I've had so much on my platter recently, what with all the preparations to return to my ancestral home. I haven't had much of a chance to... What are you doing? No, hello, Archon. I'm glad you're here. Something I need to speak with you both about. It's your brother, Ansem. He asked me to assassinate you. Oh, don't worry. I told him I wouldn't do it. After all, if I killed you, who would I beat in a lot of fishing competitions? What world are you talking about, Reyna? I know full well why my brother might want me dead, but why would he ask you to kill me? I told you what I do for a living, didn't I? Travel the realm, taking on what jobs I can to fuel my fishing habit. What kind of jobs do you think I was talking about? Joke about wrangling? Basket weaving? Maybe a few short stints as a bar wench? Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that one of my fishing friends was a professional assassin. Well, it's true. I specialize in taking down my marks with poison arrows. Remember how you had your brother eat that letter puffer poison? Seems he's keen to give you a dose of your own medicine. Right in the heart. It isn't just revenge he wants, he's afraid of me. That's why he's been making unreasonable demands of those who know me well. Driving them from their homes and threatening them with death. He's trying to get rid of all who might oppose his regency. Well, as long as he's focusing his efforts on harming me and not my people, I can rest a little easier. There's just one problem that remains to be solved. Sorry to burst your bubble, Ansem, but it's not just you he's planning to harm. I happened to overhear that he's planning a new irrigation project in your house's estate. At least, that's what he calls it. All he's actually going to do is fill in the fishing ponds, just to spite you. What? That lowlife can order my friends to put poison arrows in my heart all he likes, but I'll never forgive him if he dares damage my family's fishing holes. Archon, we haven't a moment to lose. Will you lend me your aid to cast out my brother? There's only one way that I can be sure of claiming my inheritance. I must present the Hrothgar ring, the ancient treasure of my house, passed down from father to son since time immemorial. Unfortunately, I dropped it in the sea of clouds. But there may still be a way to reclaim it. As I watched the ring descend into the mists, a cloudfish flew by and swallowed it whole. The ring is highly distinctive. A blood-red jewel with the image of a leaping carp. Sigil in my house, intricately inlaid in silver. If anyone was to catch that fish, the tale of the ring's discovery would surely spread far and wide in cloud fishing circles. Archon, mayhap your Devanian Moogle friend might have heard aught about it? Pray go to him and ask him about the ring. Maybe my only hope. I thought Obi-Wan Kenobi was our only hope. But whatever. Mog home it is. Mog home. Mog home. Here you are. Yes to Moghome, no to ticket. I just want the ticket for teleporting back to the first. Hey, you heard anything about a fish with a ring in it? Kupopo? You're looking for a ring, Kupo? It wouldn't happen to have a shiny red jewel with a picture of a fish on it, would it? Momuk knows all about it, Kupo. A few weeks back, I was flying one of the fish that I had caught for supper. I learned my lesson about eating fish whole when a ruby ring fell out of its belly. Seeing how shiny it was and where I found it, I thought that someone must have been using it as a lure when their line snapped. I never realized it was an ancient treasure. If I had, I wouldn't have... truth is, I don't have it anymore. A few days ago, I was fishing from a floating island, and before I knew it, I drifted all the way to Abalathia. Kupo, there was a big birdman there who was fishing in a little pond, and one thing leading to another, he decided to have a little bit of a contest. A competition that I lost, Kupo. If I'd known he was such an expert fisher-bird, I never would have wagered the ring, I promise. Will you tell Ansem I'm sorry? Oh, right, I have to go back to Ishgard. What in the world? Maga caught the fish that swallowed my ring? What a stroke of luck! If you see your Moogle friend again, tell me he has nothing to apologize for. Thanks to him, we know exactly where to find my ring, and how to reclaim it. The birdman who opened it from him can only be Ivana. And if the fellow likes to gamble, all we need to do is challenge him to another contest and win it back. Let's head up to Camp Cloud Top and see if we can find this famous fisher bird. Camp Cloud Top. No, I don't want to use the ticket. No, honestly, that windowsill that she went to would be the better one for her to go to. Once I clear it off. Hi, Skittle. Yeah, let me just, okay, hold on, /save. Doesn't exist, sorry. I was watching that, and then yeah. How's it going, Skittle? You got any streaming prep done? Archon, you made it. Just spoken to the knights in Camp Cloud Top, and they think they know the Vanu fisherman we're looking for. Oh, she knocked my phone over too, that's right. That was the other problem. Apparently they often see him fishing on a floating island away to the east. However, the way they tell it, we might have some difficulty getting there. You see, the island the birdman likes to fish on isn't connected to the mainland. The only way to get to it is by flying. Anyway, let's head over and take a look for ourselves. Oh, in here. Take this rod. Made it myself. The Vanu are known for their hospitality, but a gift like this will surely stoke the fire of friendship in the heart of any fishing enthusiast. Good thing I can fly, huh? Is it gonna be that one? That looks like a good place to fish. Hey look, he's right there. Whoa, called it. Who are you? And why you disturb my peace? Niddling appears from nowhere, like sudden squall from cloudless skies. A rare and unwelcome occurrence. Take this. What a handsome bride. It shines like summer sun. Niddling honors Tonavano with excellent gift. What can Tonavano offer in return? I want the ring. Niddling desires return of Hrothgar ring? Niddling asks much of Tonavano. Tonavano wins that ring fair and square. If Tonavano returns ring, he returns to Moogle, not to Niddling. That is, if Tonavano can return at all. In truth, Tonavano has ring no more. Tonavano uses ring to fish for bullfrog, but as soon as bullfrog bites, big cat killer comes along and strikes like lightning, ripping away bullfrog, lure and all. What is matter, Niddling? Tonavano sees storm clouds gather on your brow, as if your face comes on to rain. Why you want red wings so? Evil man with icy heart threatens to destroy fishing holes? Niddling is true friend of fish to sadden so. Native friend of fish is friend of Tonavano. Tonavano helps you catch cat killer and get back ring. First, Niddling needs to catch big bullfrog. Bullfrog is cat killer's favorite food. Use bullfrog as lure to catch cat killer. Cat killer swallows Hrothgar wing is fierce like raging tempest. Niddling will know it when Niddling sees it. Tonavano smells Niddling's friends waiting on mainland. He sweats more than Moogle and noonday sun. When you catch big cat killer, better take it to him straight away. So I need to mooch a cat killer. Hedgemole cricket. I mean, I can mooch with that. Wasn't even what I wanted. Okay, back. Ah, mooch trees are fun. Are you kidding me? I can't catch crap today. Well, it's a bullfrog, which, if it had been large, would have been helpful. That seemed... What are you? Yam lobster. That doesn't help me. Whatever that was, it's a big fish. Yam lobster again. Oh. Well. That looks special. Hey look, it's a cat killer. Neat. We did it! 4 for us, Clint Coco. We go, Clint Coco. Hey, grumpy dude, I got the thing for your ring. All this way to the Sea of Clouds, and you finally tracked down the Vano fisherman who has my ring. The rest is up to you, Archon. All hopes and dreams rest at the end of your line. So I caught you this fish. That is a big fish. Like summer sky for a rainstorm, it is clear to Tonavano that this is the fish that swallows your ring. Niddling is shining example to all fisher kind, like bright dry as sunshine that pierces clouds. But enough talk of weather. Let me pierce fish instead. Night, Avelli. Feel better. Yeah, being sick sucks. So many people be sick now. The Hrothgar rang. The very same. The treasure that will secure me my birthright. Let me take my rightful place as head of my house. My brother isn't the type to go quietly, but this ring should be enough to silence him. Shan't let him terrorize the small folk any longer. Suppose my lord won't be going on any more fishing trips in the near future then? You may be right. If all goes to plan, I should be able to spare my family's fishing holes for my brother's wrath, but I doubt my new lordship will leave me much time to enjoy them. Do not wilt like flower in drought, noble lord. Just as hurricane has its eye, so the most demanding duty has its moments of peace. Whenever you find yourself in such time of calm, let the easterly breezes follow you back to my island. You may use it as and when you wish. Truly? You'll allow me the use of your fishing hole? You too are a friend of fish, and any friend of fish is a friend of Tonavanu. We are brothers in fins, and even the wildest whirlwind could not tear that bond asunder. Tonavanu's fishing hole is yours to use as you please. Oh god, the bird just smiled. Oh god, that was kind of terrifying. Tonavanu only asks that you let him visit your land sometime. A lord who likes fishing, so he must have some secret spots of his own, yes? You'll let me fish in your fishing hole so long as I let you fish in all of mine? You drive a hard bargain, Tonavanu. Oh, alright. But if you want to keep your presence in Ishgard a secret, we're going to have to get you a change of clothes. Why is there a pine cone spinning in the background? Also, how is it just hanging in the air? Also, why is there a bird's nest on it? Moving on. I want to try out your fishing holes too. Hurry up, Ansem. The quicker you boot out your brother and reclaim your lordship, the sooner we can go fishing. You make it sound as if it's a foregone conclusion. Even the Hrothgar ring on my finger, my brother and his cronies aren't like to leave without a fight. It may be many a moon before I can undo the damage my brother has done. Now stop your grumbling. You got the ring back, and Tony here has given you permission to use the secret fishing hole. What have you got to complain about? Tony. Did it say Tony? Did I just misread it? Just get back to Ishgard and kick out your brother before he ruins your estate. Not only for the good of your small folk, but the benefit of fishing fanatics everywhere. Particularly those directly in front of you. You're right. Being granted the use of a fishing hole of such outstanding beauty will not give me the strength to oust my brother. Nothing will. Archon, I thank you. For years I dreaded the day I might have to end my travels and assume my lordship. With friends like you, I know that need not be the end of my adventures. The next time we meet, I shall be Lord Anselm de Hrothgar, and I'll challenge you to a rematch. Let me join in too. We can hold the next contest down there. It's such a peaceful place. You can forget about all the worries of the world and focus on the fish. Indeed, just as a balmy breeze blows the storm clouds from the skies, so the eddies clear the sorrows from your soul. It is truly a fisherman's paradise. Do we want... I don't care. Okay, that wrapped up the Heavensward fishing. We learned Patience 2. That's fishing for Heavensward. You gotta beat Forge of Fate, and the next quest is from Sisyphus. That answers that question. To Sisyphus. No, I don't need to use that. Should be learning spearfishing any moment now.